G'day Risky Keepers and welcome to another Deck Tech video. Today we'll be doing Rowan, Sign of War. Now this little baby is amazing. So when you tap her, spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you've lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So we want to try and lose as much life as possible, and then tap Rowan, kill switch engage, and then win. Pretty much we'll come close to winning, or yeah, that's the aim of the game. So we're just going to go through all the cards, how they all work, how the combos work. We've got a few combos in here. We've got a lot of X spells, a lot of big expensive spells, and yeah, we'll just try and go through them as quickly as possible. I'm not going to put the prices up anymore because it takes too long, and it's, you know, you can just look it up on Architect. Get more people on the Architect website. It's about $1,100 US, so it's an expensive deck. So yeah, it's very high powered, and yeah, we'll go through each card. It's got a salt score of 52, which is pretty high. We've got some game changes. We've got Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor there, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Orcish Bowmasters, Opposition Agent, and Bolus's Citadel. They're our game changes. We're running 7 basic mountains, 6 basic swamps, and then the rest are all your special lands. You've got Takanuma, Westvale Abbey, Forgotten Cave to cycle, Reflecting Pool, Marsh Flats, Lindblum that creates a wizard if you want to adventure it. We'll go through the tokens later. Gilgate, Trim Stations, Bloodfell Cave, Sulphuric Springs, Treasure Vault, Command Tower from the Risky Keep drop, Bajuka Bog, the other bog, Great Hall of the Biblioflex that turns into a wizard. Pretty cool. And then you can pay 1 life and add 1/1 of any color to cast instant sorceries. Works well. Plaza of Heroes to protect Rowan. War Room to draw cards and lose life. Besage to make your spells uncountable and also lose life. Blood Crypt, this is what we're going to search for with our Polluted Deltas and Wooded Foothills and all that stuff. Polluted Delta, there it is. Evolving Wilds, and then there's your Wooded Foothills. So it's 37 lands all up with our, including our multi-dual face thingamabobs. And the tokens you'll need a wizard, that's from the Lindblum, so whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, it's whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this one deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then you've got, if you can't find it, you just use that one. You've got a treasure token, you've got a vampire token. I think that's from, where's that from? I think you can use it from, I can't remember, from somewhere. I think it's from Sorin. And then you've got a human cleric, and then you've got the orc army, and that's from Orcish Bowmasters. So we'll go through all our whole deck, starting from 1 all the way up to 13. And we've got some big bombers here. So anyway, we'll start off with obviously our commander. She's a 3-drop Rakdos, 1 Rakdos 4/2 with Menace. And she's about $1. Yeah, as I said, all the prices are just gonna be up on Architect at the links down below. And let me know how you go. Let me know if you've built the deck yourself, how you've fared, because I feel like once Rowan is alive and she's got the kill switch engage on, it's very hard to lose from that point, because everyone knows that now and they just keep trying to kill her as soon as possible. She is a kill on sight commander. So anyway, let's get through it. First one, we've got Dark Ritual. Add 3 black. Obviously, this is Dark Ritual. This is the secret lair. Risky Keep drop. We've got Blood Celebrant. Very important card. So you pay a black, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, but you'll pay the 1 life to get black, and then you just keep doing it around in a circle, and then lose as much life as you can. And this is like your ticket to losing life. So you can, pay 1 black and then 1 life, and then keep going around in a circle, lose all your life -1, and crack a big X spell like a Torment or a Crackle or a what else you got? Torment, Crackle, or an Exsanguinate. They're the 3 big ones. March of Wretched Sorrow, another X spell. So you can, if you've got your Rowan online, you can kill something for X equals however how much life you've lost, 10, and then get your 10 life back. Very cool. Then you've got Vampiric Tutor to obviously look for anything you need. reanimate. You could even do this on turn 1, not play a land, and then dump your big Shieldred in the yard, and then turn 2 play a swamp, and then reanimate it, and then you're the threat. Happy days. Soul Ring or Soul Ring, end of festivities. So everyone loses 1 life. So if you can get everyone down to 1 life, and then you can win the game. That's a pretty cool way of winning. Let me know if you've done that. And then you've got Unearth, bring something back that's 3 or less onto the battlefield, and then Shadow Spear, which also has a little text there: permanents your opponents control lose hexproof and indestructible end of a turn, which a lot of people forget about. By giving something a lifelink is also amazing, because we're losing so much life. We need to try and not lose so much, so we just die. And okay, let's just go through our 2 mana spells. So this is definitely a bracket 4 deck. So if you're playing with your mates, just let them know it's pretty powerful. Mere Convert, which also, when you tap it, it's a mana rock, mana dork, and then you can pay 2 life, add 1 mana of any color. So once you get this online, you can use this as a life loser to power up Rowan, Swift Foot Boots to protect Rowan, Lightning Greaves to protect Rowan, this Deadly Dispute to sack Rowan if someone tries to kill her, Thought Vessel, so you have no maximum hand size, Orcish Bowmasters, which is disgusting. That's why we have the Orc army here. So you can Orcish Bowmaster, and then if you peer into the abyss, it's just delusional. So a very cool combo where you force someone to draw X amount of cards, and then it pings them. Peer of the Abyss pings them, and then Orcish Bowmaster pings them, and they end up dying. Nasty. Infernal Grasp, nice little removal spell. You lose 2 life. Signing Blood, also lose 2 life. So we're all about losing life here. That's the aim of the game, and that the losing life equals winning the game, something like that. Anyway, Demonic Tutor, search for everything you need. Fantastic card. That's why it's a game changer. Shieldred's Edict. This is a phenomenal card. Very powerful. A lot of people, you play this early, if everyone's got their commander out and just wham this, and then set everyone back to the future. They could be holding up a Snakeskin Veil or Royal Treatment, anything like that, and just gets around it because they have to sacrifice it. Or even Planeswalkers too. Very cool, but you can only choose one unless you dual cast a mage. Fire Diamond, bit of a rock. Caustic Bronco. This one's interesting. So this is from the Mad Max Thunder Junction set. So when you attack, you lose life if it's not saddled, but if it is saddled, everyone else loses life. So you sort of want to attack while it's not saddled to lose that life to fuel your Rowan. Then you got Bitter Reunion. This is really good. It's only a common from Brothers War, but you draw. It's like like a, what do you call it? Just a draw spell, like a Caesar spells or something like that. But you're discarding, so you're fueling your yard, drawing 2 cards, and then you can. It's also a haste enabler. So if you Rise of the Dark Realms, get all the creatures from everyone's yard, and then you can just pay 1 and then give them all haste and win the game. Very good card. Charcoal Diamond, another rock. Arcane Signet, another rock. Hexing Squelcher, this little goblin stops your spells from getting countered. Very cool card, very powerful. There are 2 drops. Let's go into our 3 drops. We have got Toxic Deluge. So this is a board wipe, so you can pay X amount of life and then, wipe the board. But it sort of doesn't work with Rowan unless you can sort of pay the X life and then bring her in and then give her haste and then tap it. You know what I mean? You could basically have Rowan on the field, Rowan in the command zone. You haven't played it yet. Then play Toxic Deluge for X equals whatever, 20. And then play Rowan, and then put Boots or Swift or Lightning Greaves on it, then tap. Then you've got that ability. You've lost X amount of life, and then you can go nuts. But that's very, in Dreamtime Fairyland. But it's just a board wipe. That's what we want. Dual Caster Mage, fantastic. So Dual Caster Mage's friends are probably this one, or any of them really. Torment, Breach, Exsanguinate, Crackle, you name it. This thing's a beast, and it's not just it doesn't just copy your spells. It's a copy targeting. So if someone else plays a spell, you can copy it and go ballistic. Fantastic card. Underplayed Dual Caster, mate. Get it into you. Let's keep going with our 3-minute spells. We've got Professional Face Breaker gives you treasures when you hit, and then it's also fantastic. So you can stack a treasure and X on top of the card, blah blah blah. Brass's Tunnel Grinder, also a bit of card draw. It's got that discover thing. It turns into a land, and then you can discover and pay X and blah blah blah. But you just want to find the cards you need to win the game. Wall of Blood. This thing's fantastic. So you pay 1 life, so it's another Rowan engine. You don't have to tap or anything. You just pay 1 life, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So you can basically pay 1 life and make it a, you know, if you have 38 life, pay 38 life, gets a +1/+1, so then it's a 38/40, and then you can Chandra's Ignition it, and then knock everyone out for 38. You know, fantastic, happy days. Put them all to sleep. Staff of Completion, another way to lose life. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can untap and do it again. Drawing cards, Mana Rocks, mate, fantastic card, underplayed. Fire Covenant, another way to lose life, and then destroy things. Fantastic. Mithril Coat to save Rowan from dying. Op Agent to stop people from finding the things they need. You can find them and use them yourself. Bogut Trawler, so you can exile someone's yard, or you can flip it over, and you can pay the 3 life, another way to fuel Rowan. And then you pay 3 life, it becomes a swamp, and then you tap it for black. It's not actually a swamp, and then you can use that to fuel Rowan. But fantastic card, Bogut Trawler from Modern Horizons 3. Marauding Bright Place. This thing combos with anything on the top shelf at your local supermarket. Fantastic, because it mostly combos with this bad boy, which combos with the whole supermarket. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So these things this got me to Mythic in Standard. I thought this is fantastic, you know, it's so good. So I've just used this to chuck in my deck and fuel other things in my deck, and yeah, nasty. Won me my first game, so it's a fantastic combo. This thing's bonkers. You need to kill this on site. If you know, someone steals it or someone else plays it, just kill it, because it's too good. But that's a 5-drop anyway. So let's go more 3-drops. What else have we got left? We've got Sundering Eruption, which is a sorcery, does destroy target land, blah blah blah, or it becomes another thing like the Bogut Trawler. You pay 3 life and it comes in untapped, and then you can use that to fuel Rowan. And if you're also tutoring for a card, see these double-sided, and it says, you know, what's the mana value, or you said tutor for a mana value card of mana value, say 3, you can get this, but you can't get that side. You can only get this side. So mana value 3, which would be that. Same with the Bogut Trawler 3, and then the Pinnacle Monk. You can only search for the front side of it. And then we'll just go through the next parts. We will go to, that's the 3 mana spells. We'll go through the 4 mana spells. Hope you're enjoying the video. Give us a like and subscribe and all that jazz or whatever. Crushing Disappointment. Each player loses 2 life. You draw 2 cards. Grim Servants, as I said, when Grim Servant enters the battlefield, search your card library for a card with mana value less than or equal to your devotion to black. So if you want to find the Sundering Eruption, you'll have to have a mana value of that, with the 1, and then another 2 black, and then you can find that Sundering Eruption and Bob's your uncle. And then we've got, that's a very good card, 4-drop. Stormkiln Artist, which basically storms off each time you play an instant sorcery, you get a treasure token. And as you can see, these only have 1 pip. So when you activate Rowan, because these are black or red, see 1 pip, so you only have to pay, so if you've lost 3 life, you only have to pay that red, or if you pay that 3, you've already lost 3 life, you tap Rowan, you only have to pay the black. And same with this, you only have to pay the black if you've lost 3 life. Very, very cool. Shieldred, my favorite card in Commander. Love it. You know what it does. Whenever you draw a card, you lose 2 life. You gain 2 life. When an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. Sorry. And then Sorin the Mirthless, another way to look for cards and lose life. Also, you can also -2 it and create a 2/3 vampire with flying and lifelink. And then -7, Sorin deals 13, and you gain 13. Very cool. And they are all our 4 manas. Let's go through our 5 manas. We've got, as we said, Bloodthirsty Conqueror, Insane, Combo Bombo, Blasphemous Edict. So a good way to wipe the board, get rid of all those indestructible pests, because they have to sacrifice them. Goldspan Dragon, just a very good 4/4 flyer for 5. If you've lost 3 life, you don't have to pay 2 red. And then, you know, you just get all your treasures and whatnot. Pinnacle Monk to get Torment back, or Exsanguinate back. Fantastic card, and also flips. It just becomes a land. And then you've got Street Wrath. This is insanely good in this deck. Some people hate it, some people love it. But mate, for basically just paying 2 life, you're fueling Rowan and cycling it and drawing a card. So just basically free, you know, thin out your deck and lose 2 life and power Rowan up. Very good card. Or you can also pay for 5, but I hardly ever do. It's always been a cycle. Good old Gaza, you know what Gaza does, and then Chandra's Ignition. So that's a good Wall of Blood combo. Target creature you control deals damage to each other creature and opponent according to its power. And then we've got Vraska's Betrayer's Sting. So you can pay the 4 plus the black plus 2 black, 2 life, but it comes in with 2 fewer loyalty counters coming in with 4, or you just pay the 4 black and black. So you pay 6 and it'll come in with 6, and 0 is you proliferate, lose a life, draw a card. -2 is you turn someone's creature into a treasure. -9, you give someone 9 poison counters. And then we'll keep going. We've got Chaotic Transformation, which is like a triple Chaos Warp. Pretty cool. Then you've got Bolas Citadel, Game Changer. Fuel your life loss. Keep drawing cards. Insanely good. I actually won this from Good Games because I completed a Rubik's Cube. They were like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I can. And if you win, you get a Bolas Citadel. And then I'm like, okay, I'll try it, and didn't. I got Bolas Citadel. Learn how to do the Rubik's Cube. It's pretty cool. And then we've got Repay in Kind. This thing is so cool. If you can win with this, it's pretty cool. So you drain all your life. You get down to 1 or 2, and then everyone else's life totals becomes 1 or 2, and then you just smack him in the face with an Exsanguinate or a End of Festivities or a Torment. It's happy days. Very cool card. Peer into the Abyss, nasty card, especially if you have Shieldred or Shieldred Apocalypse or Orcish Bowmasters, or both, on the battlefield. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life, rounded up each time. So you can imagine if Shield's on the battlefield plus Orcish Bowmasters, they're going to lose 2 life each time they draw a card, and then get pinged once with the Orcish Bowmasters, and yeah, you've lost a friend. Then we've got Shieldred, the Whispering one, fantastic. Crick, Yawgmoth, insane in this. This is probably the MVP of this deck. So, you know, you can play it on turn 4, you know, you got your 4, bang, then lose 6 life, then tap Rowan, then you've got a 6 life, then you've got a 6 mana reduction, then pay everything anything with a black sign on it. So anything with black, anything that you have to pay a swamp for, you can just add 2 life and pay with that. You know, and just basically go ham with, and each time you play the back spell, it gets a counter and he gets lifelink, and it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, you can pop off with this. I remember Charlie, my mate, popped up with this, and then he blasted everyone for a 16 reduction Exsanguinate, and end up melting us all. So yeah, they're our big 7. They are big. We've gone from 6 to 7 drops. What else have we got? 7 drops. I think that's it. And then we'll go to our big X spells. We've got, there's another 7 drop. Breach the Multiverse. Fantastic card. Everyone mills 10. You get something out of the graveyard and put it on the battlefield. Torment of Hellfire. This is from the Secret Lair drop. So huge. You know, you win the game basically if you can put a lot into X. Emrakul for 13, but it gets cheaper with each card among card types in your graveyard. So, you know, an instant, sorcery, land, creature, enchantment, artifact, planeswalker, didgeridoo. What else is left? Planeswalker, sorcery, artifact, enchantment. I don't know. Did I miss one? Let me know. And then we've got, so this thing's broken. Exsanguinate, fantastic. X spell, win the game. So each opponent loses X life, you gain that much life, equal to life lost that way. Crackle with Power, another way to win the game. If you don't know how it works, it costs X, 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 red, red. So if X equals 5, so you'll have to pay 5, 5, 5. So X is 5, so that's 15. And then the 2 reds, 17. So you have to pay 17. With 2 of that being red, and then the X equals 5, so Crackle damage is 5 times X. So what was your 5? 5 times X is 25. So it does 25 damage to up to 5 X target, which is 5. So you need 25 damage to 5 targets. pretty nasty. And then you've got Meat Hook Massacre to just destroy everyone. And that is Rowan, Scion of War. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep your keeps risky, and we'll see you at the next one. I think the next one's going to be Rashmi, the elf dude that does everything at flash speed or whatever. So yeah, give us a like and subscribe, and happy days. And if I made a mistake or anything, chuck it in the comments. Probably did, but anyway, enjoy your games. Good luck, and keep it risky. Blind keep, turn 1, game 1. Hey guys, sorry, I forgot to mention Rise of the Dark Realms. So big bad beater gets everything from everyone's graveyards and puts it onto the battlefield under your control. Fantastic. And Villas, which is so broken. Pay 2 life, target creature gets 1/1, and end of turn, and whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. So if you have Shelly on the battlefield with this guy, it's pretty broken. And yeah, just forgot to mention those two.